All right, so here is a typical breakfast for me. It is October 27th, 2023 as I'm speaking. So as I've gone through my life, I've been through many stages of various diets. And at the age of 60 now and doing a lot of exercise, a lot of resistance training, some cardio as well, I do think it's very important, of course, to have good nutrition. And this is sort of what I've gravitated towards recently for my sort of typical kind of breakfast. First of all, let me explain the context here. I got up this morning at about 5:30. I'm usually an early riser. I got up at 5:30. Went for about a mile walk, not too fast, but a nice, relatively fast, I guess moderate paced walk. I did some moderate ring exercises and some light dumbbell exercises. So it's been 3 hours since I've been up and I have not eaten yet. So this is my first meal of the day. I've been up 3 hours and have not eaten. So all my exercise so far this morning has been on an empty stomach, just coffee and water. And now it's about 8:30 in the morning and I am getting hungry because I worked up a good appetite. So here's what I typically eat on most mornings. And so what I do is I make sure to get a lot of protein. So I happen to use this pure isolate protein. I like the chocolate frosting flavored. Right now I use a scoop and a half. I think it should be more than a scoop. I use a scoop and a half, sometimes close to 2 scoops. So this is a good 40 grams of whey protein right here. 40 grams of protein. Make sure to get a good source of protein, and it's no fat or very low fat. Also, I have here is just simply 2 bananas cut up and a handful of blueberries. So I have 2 bananas, some blueberries, and this right here is a tortilla, which I really like a lot. It is these kinds of tortillas here. They're only 60 calories each, but each one has 11 grams of fiber. So I try to strive for a high protein, high fiber diet, which that naturally leads to a low fat diet. Now, not all my meals are low fat. So I usually allow myself, a meal or 2 in the day with, a good amount of fat in my meal. So I'm no fat phobe by any means, but I think the first meal of the day here is great to, it sets your day off right if you get a good amount of protein here. Make sure to get, I would say, at least 40 grams of protein if you can, if you're an adult. And make sure you get a lot of fiber. These are good. I highly recommend these high fiber tortillas, and any kind of fruit is good. Also on other mornings, I will often have oatmeal. I'll have maybe a good big bowl of oatmeal and I'm not scared to sweeten oatmeal with honey or maple syrup or brown sugar. So I'm not a sugar phobe anymore, like I was when I was doing keto and carnivore. So I'm not scared of sugar. I want high protein, high fiber, and so this particular breakfast here, my typical breakfast, is about 500 calories. So I would say this breakfast right here is almost exactly 500 calories, which is a perfect amount, I think, for me for one full meal. Usually my snacks tend to be around 2, maybe 300 calories for like a snack for a smaller meal. My full meals like this, either 500 or maybe 600 or even 700 calories later in the day if I want a bigger meal. So anyway, this is my typical breakfast as of October 27th, 2023.